Hey all, Tony Bing here. Hello and welcome to another guide video for Marvel Heroes Omega for both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now we have a pretty large update coming on the 28th of this month, and included within that update will be the Omega difficulty, and in order to gain access to that, to get the awesome new Omega gear sets, you're going to have to pass the Omega trial. So probably hear a lot of you groaning when I do say that. Now, in anticipation of that, what I'm going to do in this video is bring up the gear I've got on Hawkeye, and I'll have a quick look at the skills and so on as well, so I can give some tips on how you can best prepare yourself for the Mega Trial. We don't know too much about it, but going by the previous trials, the Heroic, Super Heroic and Cosmic, we can get a rough idea of how it will actually play out. So what I'll bring up first anyway is I'll bring up my pretty well geared Hawkeye. He would have to be geared because he is my main character, but I'll bring him up and I'll show off the gear setup you're wanting to be using to make sure you're as best prepared as you can be. Now, a lot of this here will be fairly self-explanatory, but there are one or two little options where you can pump out a bit more damage or survivability on your hero that I don't think everyone is aware of, so I'll show it off just to cover it here. So you've got your slots 1 to 5, you're going to want to have them cosmic, you're going to want to have a mixture of crit hit rating, brutal strike rating, and then damage rating as well on these. Now you can see that there's actually I think it's a brown golden affix on them, and for slots 1 and 5, I'll switch down to 5, you can actually add damage rating here, or on some heroes you can actually add your resource if you gain damage from that as well. So that's what you want to do to make the most out of those slots. When it comes to the cosmic item slots, try not to have any duplications because these don't stack, so if possible you want to do that. For your slots 2 and slot 4, you can actually put something defensive in here, so it could be health, it could be dodge, it could actually be deflect, whatever you think will work best. You can see I've got health on both of the options available. Now for your slot 3, which is classed as your utility slot, you can put some awesome modifications on this. I should say you gain access to all the modifications I've showed off so far through the Science Finder, so check them out there. For Hawkeye, I am using one that I've just noticed is spelled incorrectly where it says when you critically. So with this one, you actually gain brutal strike rating, you gain critical hit rating, damage rating to arrow powers. The XP is pretty useless, but you also have a nice proc on it as well there, so do make sure that you've got all your modifications on your slots 1 to 5. When it comes to your ring, you're going to want to look out for potentially attributes and something like brutal strike rating, which can roll on it. You can't get critical hit rating as far as I'm aware. If you feel you need health, you can get a ring that actually rolls health as a white stat and also as a green stat, so that can add in the region of about an extra 4,000 health onto your hero. So bear that in mind if you're looking for a bit more survivability. You can easily get it there, and you can get a ton of it as well. When it comes to your artifacts, you will of course be using best in slot artifacts for your hero, but do try and farm cosmic ones if you can, because the actual cosmic item affixes can be really good. This particular one has given me 1500 dodge rating, and then I was lucky enough to get a cosmic, let's see, it's Wizards Enhanced ID machine, and this is increasing my attributes, but some other ones can increase your dodge rating, they can increase your health, or they can lower the cooldown of your signature. So depending if you feel you need damage or you need defense, the cosmic item affixes can really help you out there. When it comes to your relic, you want to make sure if you've got a stack of 100, you're turning them in. If you do that enough times, you actually get currency to choose a relic of your choice, and you want to do that because it will give you an additional +1 to all attributes. That works out an extra 320 health. For the catalyst, this is quite an important one here. Now, I would imagine you're really going to want health on hits. Enemies will be hitting hard. Another very useful one is the invisible for 3 seconds when you medkit. Now you can get invisibility through the Electro medallion, but it means potentially you're not using the best medallion for your actual hero, and on top of that the invisibility is only 2 seconds rather than 3 seconds, so try and get it on your catalyst if you can. Try and get the health on hit, and also if you can actually get the health or spirit on medkit, that can really help as well. In regards to the actual purple bonus, which we can see in Hawkeye as a tech bonus, Some of these are exceptionally powerful. A particular class, the actual name of it escapes me now, but I know it would be Blade that uses it, has the ability to go invisible for a whopping 15 seconds when he drops below a certain amount of health, and it's got a 15-second cooldown, so definitely keep an eye out for that. I think it's maybe like the Mystic Catalyst, something along the lines of that. When it comes to the medallion, really go for what will work with your build. For the actual green stat, you can see I've got critical hit rate in here, but it can actually roll health as well, and it's a pretty nice amount. I think it's over like 2,000, it could be closer to 3,000 health, so again, if you need defense or survivability, you want to go for that. And then the final slot, when it comes to gear, at least for making the most and giving yourself the best option, you've got your legendary. You want to level this as high as you really can. Now, I've got within this, within the playlist I have for guides and so on, I'll actually drop a couple of links for ones that will help you to tell you how to get the most XP to level legendaries faster and so on as well. But let's have a little look at the skills as well. There's just one or two things there you might want to know. Now, before we actually discuss the skills and where we can optimise them for the mega build, what I will mention is currently I'm showing off the endgame build I'm using for Hawkeye, but what you want to be using is the actual builds I use for the Cosmic Trial. These are all around using a utility or cooldown skills, and not really using a spender because you have to keep moving. So check out the description, there will be a link that has a playlist where I've got all my Cosmic Trial videos, and I've currently done one for every single hero in the game, so no matter who you play, I've got you covered there. Now, just a small one, but something that some people may have missed out on optimising is when you're leveling enough, a lot of people will just choose any old synergy for the hero and then they forget to go back in and check them. So make sure that you've went back to your synergies if you've unlocked more heroes, and make sure you're using the most optimal one, then it can get a bit more damage. When it comes to the Infinity, if you feel that you're needing a bit more survivability, then a great node to use would be the Space Gem and Gravity Well. Otherwise you'd be looking for something like potentially the Attack Speed node. I'll go down to that. Can work great because Attack Speed gives you more damage, but it gives you that movement speed, which means you can keep moving really quickly and conserving your dashes, because bear in mind when you're dashing, you're invincible, so you really want to save your dashes until there's potentially a hit that you might not get out of the way of, so you can dash, and even if you're dashing into it, you'll be invincible if you can time the animation just right there. But hopefully all those tips will help out in the Mega Trial. What I will be doing in future is I will most likely be doing some Mega Trial gameplay videos as well, just to show it off. But as always, if there's any questions, or if you guys even get any tips you would like to share, please do leave them in the comments below. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all again soon.